Last week, I posted about the new Global Talent Visa pathway and I got a lot of questions, a whole lot of them, and that is why I'm doing this video. I'm going to explain step by step the new Global Talent Visa pathway and also Global Talent Visa in general, how you can apply majorly in the tech route. I'm going to drop videos on art and culture and academic and research route later on my YouTube channel. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you can be alerted when I drop this video. So now let's go into the new Global Talent Visa pathway. What is new? What did the UK government introduce and how can you benefit from it? And also, how can you apply for the Global Talent Visa? So going to what is new. What is new is that the UK Global Talent Task Force are actively recruiting researchers, innovators, entrepreneurs, and founders to the UK. They are very interested in bringing all of this talent from all over the world to come and work and contribute to the UK economy. Another thing that is new is that £54 million fund has been disbursed to make this vision happen. So what will this £54 million do? How can it help you? The £54 million was disbursed to actually help this talent, the one I mentioned earlier, engineering, founders, entrepreneurs, innovators, researchers, to relocate to the UK. They sponsor their travel, their visa, and also support their dependents. So this is not a brand new visa. No, it is actually more like an added advantage to the already existing Global Talent Visa. It's more like UK is supercharging entry onto the existing Global Talent Visa, especially for researchers, for founders, for engineering leaders, and many more. So who does this new pathway help? Like I've mentioned before, just in case you missed it, it helps founders, mostly researchers. I said mostly researchers because they want researchers more in this new pathway so as to contribute to research going on in the UK and also to work for organization and research bodies within UK. Researchers, founders, entrepreneurs, engineering leaders, and innovators majorly tied to research also. So how does this work? You can get approached or you can apply to a UK research organization where you will be recognized as a global talent. They are the one offering this funding. So you will be offered a role or a fellowship aligned with the fund. Which fund? The £54 million fund. Then the next step is you will choose the global talent endorsement that fits your route. What does this mean? If you are into tech, you will apply to Tech Nation to get endorsed. If you are in academic and research or arts and culture, you apply to the Arts Council, British Arts Council to get endorsed, so on and so forth. So after getting your endorsement, you apply for stage 1, which is good. You apply for stage 2, which is the visa. And if after you apply to the UK research organization and you have been recognized as a global talent, your visa will definitely be sponsored and be taken care of. More like they will pay for your visa, and once you get your visa, they will pay for your travel and you'll be able to relocate to the UK. So you might be asking, what if I already have an award or a prize? Do I still need to go through the endorsement route? No. If you already have a tangible prize or award, you don't need to get endorsed. You can just go straight to applying to this UK research body and get a role or a fellowship from them, and then get your visa sponsored, your travel sponsored, and your dependent supported. So now moving into the endorsement bit, how does it work? Like I said, I'll be talking majorly about the digital technology routes because that is my niche, and in my coming videos on my YouTube channel, I'm going to partner with people that got for art and culture and academic and research, just so that we can share knowledge on how you can also go about this if you are in that route. So for digital technology, how can you go about getting your endorsement and getting recognized as a global talent? But before we go in, just a summary of the new pathway. The new pathway is that £54 million has been disbursed for researchers, innovators, founders all around the world to come into the UK to work for the UK. And yes, you are coming to work, so you can come in with a role or as a fellowship from the research body that this money has been disbursed to. How do you get to the research bodies? You can apply to them or they can reach out to you. Maybe if you are popular enough, they can reach out to you. Once they reach out to you and you get your endorsement, you are able to get access to the fund and you're able to relocate to the UK. Now, how do you get endorsed if you don't have an award or a prize or anything like that? Now, I'll just be talking about the Tech Nation route. I've helped 20 plus people get endorsed through the Tech Nation route, and I'll just be sharing how you can get endorsed just step by step on how you can go about it. But for more in-depth video on this particular topic, please subscribe. I'll be dropping more videos on this particular topic. So now let's move into how do you get endorsed. To get endorsed as a technical person or as the person in tech, you don't even have to be a developer. You can apply as a product manager, business analyst, data analyst, cybersecurity expert, digital marketer, or anything. You can actually get to know about the list of roles that are accepted on Tech Nation website. I attached the link in the description, so go on the website to see the list of tech roles that are accepted to get endorsed through Tech Nation. So the first thing you need to do is to put together your CV. Your CV is your portfolio. Yeah, it's understandable that you have a LinkedIn profile, but one thing you need to know that your CV must tally with your LinkedIn. I know a lot of people lie on their LinkedIn profile and then have like a reserved CV or something like that. Make sure the two of them tally. It is very important, and your CV must exude excellence, must show what you have been able to do over the years, where you have been able to work, and show metrics. Don't just write I worked at Money Point. What did you do at Money Point? How did you help Money Point grow? Or I increased Money Point customer base from 40% to 60%. Now that is metrics. So your CV must show metrics, your awards, your achievements, your certifications, or anything you have been able to do. And like I said, it has to tally with your LinkedIn. So your CV, your LinkedIn are both your CVs, and they need to be the same. The next thing you need to put together for your endorsement to get endorsed is your personal statement. The personal statement is more like a statement that you write to Tech Nation, telling them about your journey, what you're going to do in the UK, how you contribute to the UK economy, and why they should never reject you. It is a place where you can brag as much as you want, even though it's not more than 1,000 words, but you can brag as much as you want and convince them that this person, which is me, is a global talent and I am an asset to the UK economy. So your personal statement also has to tally with whatever experience you have in your CV. You can't write in your personal statement that you started tech in 2021 and in your CV we are saying 2019 or 2025. It has to be the same. So whatever experience you are listing out in your personal statement, it has to be the same in your CV also. And one thing that people need to note is that focus a lot on how you will contribute to the UK economy, because they really care about that. If you can convince them how you will contribute to the UK economy, it's a big plus for you. Now, going on, I know that I started from CV and also personal statement. For Global Talent Visa, there are two routes. The first route is exceptional promise and the second route is exceptional talent. What's the difference? Exceptional promise is that you have been in the tech space for the last 5 years and you've been able to do one or two things. So it could be at least 3 years to 5 years. And exceptional talent is 5 years and over, like over 5 years. Been in tech space for over 5 years, I've been able to build solutions and all of that. And the other difference is that you will be able to get your ILR after 5 years in the UK if you get the exceptional promise route. And for exceptional talent, is after 3 years, so it's just like 2 years higher than the exceptional talent. And that's why people that are already established, built a lot of things, get the exceptional talent, they get their indefinitely to remain in the UK faster. So now how do you get the either exceptional talent or exceptional promise? The same thing is required: the CV that I've mentioned, the personal statement, and then the next thing is your recommendation letters. A lot of people confuse recommendation letters and reference letters. So what are recommendation letters? Recommendation letter is just a letter recommending you as a global talent. So it doesn't exactly have to be someone you are currently working with, but it has to be a notable person in the tech space that can attest to your growth and your contribution to the tech ecosystem. So I mentioned that a notable person, someone with good profile, because if the person does not have good profile, they are not recognized as a strong recommendation letter. So if you just get someone, maybe your friend, to write your recommendation letter, it might not work. So you need someone like a CEO, a CTO, not just the title, but the person have had good achievements and good portfolio in the tech space over the years. So this person has to be a notable person in the tech field. So, and they should not just write whatever you've done for them, maybe you've worked with them before. They should also be able to attest to your work that you've done outside of their organization, or attest to your work that you've done within the tech ecosystem. So recommendation letters, 3 recommendation letters are required, and all these 3 has to be from 3 distinct persons and notable and high profile people. They should be able to attest to your work, recommend you as a global talent, and say good things about you. Now, after the recommendation letters, personal statement, and CV, what next? This is where you now start putting together different evidences. There is a mandatory one, which is that you must be able to prove that you are a potential leader, which is exceptional promise, or you are a leading leader, which is exceptional talent, in the tech field in the last 5 years. So now, potential leader means you have the ability to be a leader in the tech space. And when someone has the ability to be a leader in the tech space, that means you must have been doing something for anybody to say, oh, you have that ability to be able to do that. So what should you have been able to do? Under this particular evidence that you have to submit, it is mandatory. It is very, very important to submit. Under this, there is the part of you have been able to contribute to the growth of a product-led organization. You have been able to mentor others. You have been able to speak at high-profile events. You have been able to contribute to the growth of a non-profit organization. You have been able to command high salary in the tech space. You know, like these are just a few of some of the things that you can put under your evidence as mandatory, like to prove that you are a leading talent or you're a promising talent in the digital technology field. For more information about this, I've included the link to just read the guide for Tech Nation, just so that you go through it properly. Now, moving to the optional criteria, optional documents that you can submit. There are 4 optional criteria. The first one is that you have to be able to prove of innovation, either as a founder or as an employee. Proof of your work beyond day-to-day, outside of your 9 to 5. What else do you do to contribute to the digital technology space? The third one is that you are able to prove your significant contribution to the digital technology field. Significant contribution, it means that contribution has to be significant. And when we say something is significant, it has metrics, all right? And then the last one is that you exude excellence in your academics or / research. Most people don't go for that, but if you are super good in academics, maybe you got first-class honors, you've been able to contribute to publications, all of those things, you can definitely use that. Now, out of these 4, 2 are required for you to submit. You are not required to submit all 4. So under proof of innovation, this mostly can be more appealing to founders actually, but even employees can do that. When I applied for mine and when I got endorsed in the year 2022, I actually submitted proof of innovation. And what I submitted as proof of innovation was that I built a system, as at that time, you know, AI wasn't a big deal. So I built a system to allow users or attendees of a 5,000 attendee event, to be able to do, I would be attending flyer for themselves. So I just built it with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript instead of paying a graphic designer to do personalized flyer for different attendees. And that way it was able to save the organization a lot of money and also save time. We just had to send the link of what I built to people and they were able to generate their own DP, right? So that is proof of innovation as an employee. If you are a founder, proof of innovation could be that you innovated your company and you've been able to make a lot of revenue, because it's required of you to actually submit evidences like your revenue chart, your revenue growth, Even if the organization has closed down, you can still submit it as part of proof of innovation. And as an employee, proof of innovation could mean that you innovated something, you spoke to your manager, you built it, it helped the organization, and boom, it helped the organization grow and make more money. That's also like a proof of innovation. Now moving to proof of work beyond day to day. It's simple, just as simple as it sounds. What do you do apart from your 9 to 5? Do you speak at events? Do you mentor people? Do you contribute to open source? Especially if you're a developer, do you contribute to open source? Do you do interviews with notable news platforms? Do you publish articles? You know, and a lot more. What do you do outside of your day-to-day that has contributed to the growth of the digital technology space? And the third option, which is the significant contribution, how have you contributed to any company or any product or community to help them grow? So this can be like, maybe you're a key engineer in the build of a notable product. So let's say you built an app for doctors during COVID. That's a notable product, right? And a lot of hospitals, let's say 10,000 users were onboarded, and it actually helped hospitals save 1,000 patients. That is something notable. So that's a significant contribution, your contribution to that particular product. Or maybe you started an open source or contributed to a significant open source project, and it has helped a lot of developers in the GitHub community or open source community majorly, right? So these are things. And in terms of significant contribution as a business, maybe you are not a technical person, you are maybe a product manager or something. You contributed to the growth of an organization from zero to launch, and from zero they were able to make £100,000 after you helped them launch the product. That's a significant contribution. So these are just examples, and it's something that you might need to think about and put together your document on. And lastly is the academic excellence, which I've mentioned. Maybe you got a first class honor, you've contributed to publications that have been used by students, lecturers, professors, all of those things, and then you are able to show that when you are putting together your document. Please note please note that all of this might seem overwhelming, but as I mentioned, it's just your CV, your recommendation letters, your personal statement, your mandatory evidence, which is that you have to be able to prove that you are a leading talent in the digital technology space in the last 5 years. Then choose 2 out of the 4 optional criteria, either proof of innovation or proof of work beyond day to day, or proof of significant contribution, or proof of academic excellence. So it's not something to be confused about. And once you're able to put these documents together, you are able to submit and get response from Tech Nation, either you're endorsed or not. But make sure that you're not putting weak evidences. When they say this, they mean this, right? So when they say high profile events, don't go and put an event that you did under your roof. You get? So high profile event is high profile event, so that you don't waste your money and not get endorsed in the long run. In my later videos, I'm definitely going to drop different mistakes that people make when applying for Global Talent Visa and how you can avoid them. I've reviewed different rejection letters and I've helped people navigate rejections. I've also even helped over 20 people get endorsed in this digital technology space. So stay tuned for my videos so that you can learn and you don't make the mistake that others have made, and you don't have to waste your money. So I hope I have been able to simplify the new pathway for the Global Talent, and also how you can get your endorsement through the Global Talent Visa route under digital technology. I hope I've been able to do that. So if this video was quite informative and helpful to you, please don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Share to as many as you would want. And if you would like to join my Global Talent community, where I nurture global talent, not just to get the Global Talent Visa, but to be a global talent indeed, and not just to travel to the UK, to travel to different parts of the world, be recognized as a global talent, get international jobs, and a lot more, use the link in the description to join the community, and I will see you there. See you in my next video.